streaming. So now. Crazy, crazy. Yeah. Hi! Hi guys! It's Tez here. Welcome to Friday night. I thought tonight I would come online because I have basically got nothing to do. I've basically done all my work today. And I have decided tonight to come on live and talk to you guys really basically tonight. Before we go any further, I've got some updates actually tonight to tell you. I need to just put my zoom off. Well, the focus has got to be right off. There we go. That's it. And I can save it. Go. That's right. Yes. Yes. So I'm here tonight to basically do a chat. I thought I would do these basically because I have had I've had a good week actually. This week was great. Thank you very much for everybody tuning into the live stream I did on Monday. Had a great response from that actually. I had a message from Nicola. First of all, if Nicola, if you're watching this back, I have to apologise. I have to very much apologise for things that happened. But I obviously didn't know that you were just basically watching the videos but weren't actually asking for information. So I have to say that's my behalf, and I'm so sorry that ever happened. So you can still come back and watch, but like I say, it's best if in the best interest to basically let me know what it is. 4 people watching already. My God, you guys are great. Yes. I'm just basically tonight. I'm going to do a general chat, guys. I'm going to tell you what's been going on with Queen and how you guys can do it and how you guys are feeling and how you are going about it. What I want to do first is move this goddamn chat up to the top. That's better. Yeah. So you guys can watch me chat to me tonight. Anything you want, anything on Queen, anything on projects I'm doing, anything I'm doing with pages, Facebook chats, anything you want. Queensville, yes, anything you want on Queen. Anything you want to ask about what's happening with the recent Queen news, room changes, anything you want. Movies you recommend, what I eat, biscuits, a lot of biscuits. I have got actually something that happened. Something happened. Well, I don't know whether YouTube's done this, but if you can remember, I did a video. I did a video last year where I basically recorded a video of me doing my own music, and my keyboard is actually just there. It's just here. And I was trying to find the video earlier today, and unfortunately the video's disappeared. But YouTube has blocked it, or YouTube removed it, or something. And I thought, oh well, I'm going to watch the video because we're going to watch it back, and all of a sudden it ain't there. So, and I think I know what happened. I think it was a copyright claim because I played "Here Comes My Baby" by Cat Stevens, and I think I got in trouble for it. So, and you know, don't get me wrong, I do love Cat Stevens. He is still a great singer and everything else. But anyway, so tonight it's you guys tonight. It's anything you want tonight. Anything to do with Queensville and everything else. What I am going to do is what I promised to do on the last stream was do the 7 singles, and I haven't, and I do have them, and I'm going to show you guys on camera actually because I have got them anyway. And I do have I do also have a sorted 7-inch singles, but I don't think I'm going to show those today. Devon's here, by the way. She's tired. And it's peeing down outside and it's pissing down. It's awful. Although I was up last night, though. I was up last night at Rock Renegade last night, and it was really, really good. So I really enjoyed myself anyway. So anyway, so yeah, just Nicola, if you are watching this back, Nicola, you can talk to me if you want to. Like I say, I do apologise for that. It's my fault. I didn't know. Anyway, but as I say, I didn't know if you were. I didn't know if it was just a prank or genuine, but apparently she is genuine. So she is our queen goddess now, as she's called anyway. So if you're watching this back, Nicola, I do apologise for that. Hook me up for a chat, and but you can private message me. If you don't know how to private message me on YouTube, I gotta go to the discussion page, and on there is a thing that says private chat or something on it anyway that gives it a chance for it to wait. So I'm going to do 7 singles tonight, guys. I promised to do this the last time. I'm not going to bring the camera down because I'm going to show you guys close-ups on by here anyway, because the light can just basically blare it tonight, which is good. But we'll get them in a minute. I had a few questions. And Nicola was crazy. She went crazy on the messages. She loves live streams. Don't get me wrong, she loves live streams. And then the Queen Collection is brilliant. And I've had a look. I had a look at some of the videos that we did many years ago. I mean, I watched them. I mean, don't get me wrong. The best one, I think, probably you guys are probably going to ask me what's my favourite video we ever filmed of all time on Queensville. There is so many, but the best ones we ever filmed were the Queen Collections that we did, and that was like 8 videos. And I think the person who has the most Queen Collection, it is the biggest. I think the best Queen Collection now we ever filmed was David's collection, and David's is, I mean, his is just fucking amazing. So I would say Chris has probably got a great collection, but he hasn't got more. He hasn't got much Queen now. He's got a little bit of Queen. He's got so much Queen vinyls, but he has he is getting back into collecting them. But I don't know. It kind of was thinking. But my favourite videos were probably I'm going for Queen ones, by the way. I would say the favourite ones are probably the London ones we did. The London ones with Mark. They were brilliant. They were so good. That was a massive collection. And he is still collecting actually to this day. And I think my all-time favourite ones that I love filming was the Angry Penguin videos. They were brilliant. I'm actually going to try and bring it back again because I really enjoyed doing those Angry Penguin ones. I think they were flipping hilarious. I think they were brilliant. Really, really cool. So yeah. So any questions tonight, guys? Keep them coming in. I will do my very best to answer them. Anything from Queen to anything else, and let you continue on that as well. Got a question here from John Dickens. John Dickens, I know you subscribed a few weeks ago, and thank you very much for those great. You did an amazing job of getting questions in. Fantastic, brilliant. He says, general chat. Yeah. What do we think will be the official release from Queen and Paul? QPL? Queen PL? I don't know what you mean. QPL? What do we think the official release from QPL this year? Do you not mean Queen and Adam Lambert? I think. I don't know. You'll have to rephrase your question because I don't know what your question means. Oh, Queen Productions. All right, okay. QPL. I'm gonna say, call me Queen and Paul Rogers. What was your? I should say again. What was your question again? General chat. What do we think will be the official Queen Productions this year? Well. Here's what at the moment, if you have been subscribed to the channel last 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned this on Monday, the D'Agostini stuff. Queen Productions have released that actually with D'Agostini in Italy. But I think what Queen Productions should really put out is I think Queen Productions. Oh, that's a good question actually. Well, I think we definitely need Magic Years out. That video down there. I think this is something I need to bring up actually. Queen Productions need to bring that out. They need to bring this out definitely. Get that released, please, because this. I tell you what, if they ever get uncut versions of this bloody box set, get it out on bloody DVD. And also, Brian May's Brixton Academy DVD, it should be out as well, because it hasn't been out for bloody years. So I think that should be out. I also think the Highlander soundtrack, which we were promised to do, like they promised us, but Hollywood Records backed out the project. Apparently they weren't allowed to release it because Hollywood Records is under financial problems, as I said before. They could be going bankrupt actually, because it doesn't look very good. This definitely get out on DVD. Champions of the World out on DVD. Get that out, please. The uncut version, because it's bloody good. And I also think the Highlander soundtrack, that should be out on bloody CD. That hasn't even been out on CD for years. Brian May might actually be going back to Universal Studios and find out others. And also Brian May's box set, I think, will be released as well. But Queen Productions are looking into that, so hopefully, if that gets sorted out, John, I'll let you know. But yeah, but it's at the moment I think it's a bit quiet on the Queen news, you know, sort of thing. Like I say, guys, what I'm hoping we're going to try and do is get my expert button working and do Queen news next time we do it anyway. And by the way, I'm in my PJs by the way tonight. That's why I'm not in my rock mode, in my metal mode. But that's what I think they should do. Bring out Brixton Academy Live, Nebworth on audio. Like an actual official version of Nebworth, because that Nebworth that we had on the bootleg CD is now bloody rare, and I do recommend it as well. And by the way, that DVD with that bootleg version, that does actually contain the one on YouTube, but they enhance the quality a bit better on it, which is not bad. Sound quality in that is fucking amazing. I mean, that is so cool. It's the least version you're going to receive anyway. But yeah, but the thing about Queen Productions, as I said, they're a little bit, they're just arseholes sometimes. I mean, Jackie always wants things to be done right, and it's got to be in your face. Do it now. Get it out. Universal will pay me. Ha! You know, she's so demanding to get stuff out, but they can't say anything about it. I mean, take it for existence, that Odeon thing that came out was fucking Hammersmith thing was terrible. I mean, that was awful. I mean, it was a terrible release that came out. But I think if Queen Productions sort of their acts and sort of all their bloody things, then you know, but we'll see. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. We'll let you know. Anyway. So any more questions you want tonight, please feel free. This is your time tonight. I'm not going to do any Queen news. I'm not going to do any bits and pieces and that. What I'm going to try and get to do is show you the Queen 7-inch singles and Beatles as well. I haven't got a clue. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do some 7 singles. That should be out on DVD. And in HD as well, and in all uncut, without these bastard things on it. Blu-ray, at least. Get out anyway. Right, 7 singles. Didn't do these last time. I'm gonna do a few of these, and then we'll get back to your questions. Keep your questions coming in tonight, guys. Anything you want tonight. I'm not. Anything you want. So I went to the record fair in London, in the Olympia Record Fair, in 2015 with Mark, and we had a great time in Olympia. I'm going to hopefully this year try and go again, because it was a brilliant time as well. But I got some 7 singles from there, and I don't think I've actually ever shown these ones. So these are probably rare anyway. The first one I'm going to show you is the original release of You're My Best Friend. This is on EMI 2494. This is being glued on, by the way. I actually had to glue this record because it was dirty, it was scruffy, it was scratchy, but luckily being cleaned up so nicely as well. This was done at Nick W did this originally. Sound quality on both sides is really good. 39 sounds more. I don't know, 39 sounds more longer because the ending's longer on it for the single release anyway. So yeah, and it actually did come in the EMI sleeve as well, which is great. So that's the original release of it. It is actually credited to Queen because Queen did get the rights to use that. But I don't know why they never put the the white label of this on. I don't know. Maybe it's probably the fact that they probably released it on the company's own label and went, stick it on the own label, mate. Go on, do it from there. Terrible. Your Best Friend in 39. 39 is longer, although the ending's longer on it. This one was in bad condition. This was in bad condition. This still's in bad condition. This is the Kind of Magic. This is the original single release, Queen 7. This is the 86 one. This is the black one. Well, fortunately, this is damaged. This one now. This is Queen 7. Sorry, Queen 7. And it's obviously got the edited version of. Well, I talked about it before on Torrent single. This is the edited version of A Dozen Red Roses for My Darling because it misses out the very beginning of the song. But they had to cut it down for the 7 single version of it. In my opinion, they should have really put on 7 single and put on 33. To be honest, would have been easier for it. This is done at. Can't really see. Townhouse no, sorry. It's Townhouse P. Rev. Townhouse Rev. Weird. And the B side, it's got Townhouse on here. So it's like a Master Townhouse, that one. Still think they should get the soundtrack out of this song permanently for this one. The one I did discuss just a few days ago was obviously One Vision, 7 single version. This is the original Queen 6. This is not the red edition. This is the normal edition of it. Second edition it came out. The red edition is actually pretty hard to get. And this has got the original catalogue number on it as well on this one. It's not Queen's. It's not actually Queen 6. It's actually, the number on here is the same version on the Torrent single, and it is EMI 5535 B2U1-1. And this is also being pressed at Townhouse because Kevin Metcalf, if you don't know him, Kevin Metcalf was the guy who actually mastered all these Torrent singles. And it's cool, that one. Really good. Standard. It's a standard 7 single version. It's not the album version of it. Next one we have is Brian May and Two Months Will Kill You. This is not the live version because apparently some people get confused with this one. Obviously, this image is being reversed because it should be that way around, but it should be these faces like reversed on this one. This is the album version. It's a longer intro on it, and the outro is pretty long as well. Includes the alternate version of I'm Scared. It contains alternate lyrics on it, only released in this version. But this was obviously actually supposed to be part of the tribute concert, but at the request of EMI, they weren't allowed to put the image they used on this one was from a tribute concert. But what EMI couldn't do at their request, they couldn't put on like a different print of it, which would have been a star and would have been a thing on it. They wanted to keep it basically real. They were going to actually put it as the Back of the Light one, but because they felt it was more of EMI's idea, they decided to put that one instead, and they said, right, well, we'll stick that one instead and do that. And that's why they put the image of that on, which I do think that was a mistake anyway. That was awful, that picture. But good song, really good. This is the Townhouse again. Yeah, Townhouse DMM, digital metal mastering. It contains the alternate version of I'm Scared, which I think the alternate version should have been on the bonus track of Back of the Light, which as I think Back of the Light's getting reissued again with bonus stuff and some stuff from his house and everything. So hopefully that one gets re-released again. Great, cool. Put bonus tracks in it as well. This one is the Holland edition. Yeah, this is from Holland. This is the Holland version of Driven by You. And this is actually identical to the album version. This is the album version of it. This is really good. This has actually been produced on very strange formatted version. This is, but it's been pressed on some sort of fabric. Really bizarre. Album version of it. Sound quality is really good. It's obviously a jukebox edition. There's a label for you guys. It is, the colour number on this is 204586-7, and it is the Holland version of it. And I actually think the Holland version of this sounds incredible to the UK one, because when they produced it in the UK, they decided obviously that it was in their interest that they did a heavier sound, which sounds crap. This one sounds better actually. So driven by you, including the B side of it, which is the Philip Sayer painter thing of it. Just One Life, which everybody loves so much. Next one we got is Brian May's Why Don't We Try Again Picture Disc Edition. This is the comes up with a numbered vinyl, includes free tour poster. Free tour poster. Well, it kind of does. This is an edition number 4489 out of 5,000 copies. I do think that this is actually one of the nicest songs that he ever written for his dad. This is for his dad, this, and amazing song. Also the B side of it, 2 tracks in there, Only Make Believe and FBI, which was never issued on the album. They were going to issue it on the album, but Brian decided not to put it on because it was they figured out obviously it was just their own way of saying no. So that is the poster you get, and it is the tour dates he was playing in the UK. And if you are wondering, that tree, you can see an image of that on Google Earth. Google Earth it, because it was taken in America, but it took a long time to find that tree. It was cool. My dog's acting funny as well from it, and obviously Des promoted the album of Another World. Another World actually is probably one of my favourite albums ever from him. It's so heavy and so awesome. And everybody was asking, is Brian ever going to do another album? Well, I don't know. He may do, but it'll not be the same without Cozy Powell. Let's get Mickey D on drums, and he does some good drumming on it. But I think he's looking for the right drummer, obviously, for him to do. But yeah, FBI includes Rick Parfitt and Francis Rossi from Status Quo in there. It was not issued on the album because they felt it was not an album release of it. Hello, baby. Devin, my dog Devin's here. I think she's wanting to go for a wee. Devin, no, I'm doing this thing at the minute. Next one we have is Queen and No One But You, Time with Down. This is the picture disc edition. This is the normal edition that came out. Includes 4 tracks in here. We've got No One But You album version, Real Rock You, the Rick Rubin remix, Time with Down, which is the album version. But for this version, or for this one, it doesn't have the introduction on it. It just goes straight to the track, which is brilliant. And then Give Me the Prize remix, which that is so quiet on the vinyl. You've got to turn your system up so loud and hear it. The sound is terrible. Apparently, when remixed by Joshua J. McRae, but fucking horrendous that sound on bloody Give Me the Prize. It's terrible, absolutely terrible, horrible version of it. But inside you get the original. I think you get the original artwork of this as well, because they did originally release this. This is the original artwork for Queen Rocks, but they found that was too scary for the release of it. They changed it to the Angels version. Because they approved that one first, but after that they said no, it looks too scary for a release of it. But I think it looks really good. I mean, they should have really done that. So yeah, but this one, the B side, it sounds like it's been mass produced in a scratchy vinyl. But that bloody Give Me the Prize is shite on there. But that's Queen 27, PD 27. Original catalog number on this is 7243885141 1417, and it is actually it's one of the best releases ever done actually from that, which is cool. Then we've got the remix of Cozy Powell's. Who is this? I'll go see what the dog wants in a minute because she's barking like crazy. This is the Cozy Powell one. This is the. I know it's called that, but actually it's the Brian May remix. And in fact, it's clever how they've done this one. Now, if you listen to the song of, because Brian went back in and stripped this all the way down and stripped it all, and this is actually, oh, this is a UK one, is it? Yeah, it's UK. If you listen to this track, it takes actually the drums are taken off the ending of the track. He mixed in the version of All the Way from Memphis. The drums are All the Way from Memphis mixed in with this track, and it sounds really good actually. So he stripped it all back and he said, right, we'll put your ending of the ending of that inside it, and then it sounded so good in it as well. And I'm really glad to do that actually because that was well worth it as well, which is cool. And then there was on the B side you've got Maybe Baby, which is obviously an outtake from the album. Which is obviously never made it on the album actually. But should have put that one actually in the album, but never did. But yeah, that is number 7243-885-7037, and it was mastered, and I think it's been mastered in Holland actually. But it doesn't actually indicate. It doesn't actually indicate who mastered this one. I think Kevin Metcalf did do, but he's not. He hasn't got a stamp on this, so it might be for his. But it's amazing. The next one we have is, no, it's not the Status Quo EP. That got scratched, this bloody EP. But it is Jukebox Edition of Friends Will Be Friends. This is Queen number 8. Yeah, Friends Will Be Friends. Good song. B-side contains 7 Seas of Rye, which was to promote the re-release of Queen 2. That was to Townhouse, I think, as well. I think it's Townhouse Rev again. Townhouse Rev. Oh, Kev. It is Kev. Kevin Metcalf. Yeah, Kev Townhouse did that one originally. This next one is the re-release of the reissue of Great Pretender. Came out in 1993. And this was to promote the album of the Freddie Mercury album. I don't recommend this one at all. I don't recommend the album at all. It's a shit. Go for the American version of it. It's better. Contains the only release of Stop All the Fighting, and obviously Mercury Productions bought this back. They bought back the rights to this one, and it contains a single version of the Great Pretender as well. It's on R6366, and this is very good indeed. Stop All the Fighting, by the way, is the same version on 12-inch single of. 12-inch single. Oh, no, I Was What Love You. B-side of I Was What Love You from it. So awesome. Right. Okay. So here we are. We're here for a tonight, just a general chat tonight. Anything you want, Queen. Anything on Queen. Anything you want updates on. I'm just gonna go get a quick drink, and I'll be back, and we'll continue this. You can see a dog for a bit as well. So be back in a few minutes. Yeah. I was just thinking. When we get this room, by the way, yes, the plans for the room are still going ahead. I'm actually getting if you wonder what's happening with this part, with this big thing here, it's going to be a new desk put in this bit here. So all this is going to get moved out. Then drawers are going to go back up there again. Or might go there actually, the corner of the room. And then I'm going to have a nice new section where all my files are going to go underneath the table. I'm going to go. If you're wondering, by the way, this thing obviously died, as you all know. I mean, I am going to have to wait a bit longer to get this. So I'm still going to order vinyls, but obviously it's just going to be a longer time. Anyway, that's you people watching tonight. Thank you, guys. If you've got any questions tonight on Queen, anything you want, get them in, and I'll answer as many as I can. I'm just going to go through my single collection because I never gone through this before. Next one we got is Pressure On single mix. This is a single edit, or the album edit of it. This is the orange vinyl edition. Beautiful. This was actually brand new when I bought it, actually. This is produced in Holland. Kevin Metcalf did not do this one, by the way. Holland release of this one. Contains the remixes of, I say remixes of it. Contains the can you get back in? Thank you. Contains the mixes of People on Streets and Dub Sangria of Tonight. I think the version of People on Streets is actually the best version to listen to. It's just brilliant, and I like the Dub Sangria of well, basically all this is just guitars, but kind of like just repetitive guitars and a sort of thing. So this is cool. The main edition number is 4493 out of 5,000. So if you can get your hands on that one, that'd be cool. The number is 24388612237. Electric Fire is probably my favourite album actually of all time. It was brilliant. Then the next one we've got is I Go Crazy and Radio Gaga, 7-inch single, or as people would prefer as the album version, because it is actually the album version of it. I've always said, obviously, that the American release of this is incredible sound on it, and I Go Crazy is one of their best B-sides ever recorded, because Brian May wrote it. If you actually don't know about the song of I Go Crazy, it is about the Rolling Stones. It's about Queen, the rivalry between the Rolling Stones and Queen. So, but yeah, it's cool. This is done by George Marino. Good song, that Queen one. Then we got one of the favourite songs of all time, the original release of Bohemian Rhapsody. You may think it is the original release. It is the original release of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is the, I think this could be probably version 2. This is version 2. And not like the album version. It's actually the best sound quality on this is incredible in it. The original number is 2375, mastered at EMI Studios. Some versions of this do contain some versions of Bohemian Rhapsody have a different piano on it for some reason. Sounds great though. That's good. Then I finally found what I was looking for many years ago, and I finally did find it. And by the way, it's not Leif Garrett, and I was made for dancing. No, it is the EP, but I lost the cover. The cover was lost in when I was moving. So it is the original EP that came out. Tenman Funster, Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, Death on Two Legs. Death on Two Legs on this is fucking incredible. In fact, Death on Two Legs on this EP version, the drums on this sound much more fucking heavier on it. And then you've got Why Queen Elizabeth Began, which is actually the fucking great version on that one. It's brilliant. And the ending on it is so good. But the sound on this is raw. It's raw sound on this than anything else. So if you can try and track that down, guys, get it if you can. And Queen Productions owned this at the time. And I think when this came out, I am positive this was meant to be released also with the A Night Opera album. I am positive it is. Because I read somewhere apparently that this was meant to be released with the album, but it is actually. But this is not part of the album though. Original number is 2623, mastered at EMI Studios. Another one I lost the thing for this one. And in fact, this has been an error on this one actually, but this is unusual. This is the flash theme, and this is EMI 5726, or 5126, sorry. And this is still, I'm really pissed off at the fact that Queen does not own this song anymore. It doesn't still not own it. It's actually because it's part of the. They do own the song, but it's the film company still owns the rights to the track, which is kind of a bit of a pissy situation. But they had to take commission from this anyway. Football Fight, by the way. This is. I think this has not got any of the this version does not have any of the talking in it. It's not on this, which is very unusual. But I lost the cover for it. The cover's got damaged somewhere. The Freddie Mercury version of I Wanna Break Free. This is Queen 2. This is the third release that came out. The third one. There is actually the rarest one to buy is the pictured version. One Break Free works sort of thing, which is really good. Also, the version of Machines Are Back to Humans is the album version. And I tell you what, right, when you hear it on this 7 singles, wow. Wow. Sound is incredible. It's obviously done it's actually done a Penthouse, which is nothing, which actually George Marino did not do this one. And I got this one brand new as well. And wow. Wow. B-side, fucking incredible. Good. Then we've got the Jimmy Nail's Love Don't Live Here Anymore, which I'll be very honest, right? I'll be very honest. Now, don't get me wrong, because people always say to me, "Oh, you like Jimmy Nail?" Jimmy Nail's a great singer. He is a great singer. But what I really don't like, his acting is brilliant, which I really love of Avian Pet. I love Avian Pet a bit. It's brilliant. And he is a better actor. But my dad had said that he's actually a good singer when you hear him. And in fact, he is. But, I mean, when he did this, when he did Love Don't Live Here Anymore, it's not the best song, but it's all right for it. But the drum's good in it, which is cool. But I like the B-side better. Have you ever heard the B-side, this Night for Day? Have you ever heard that B-side? Wow. That's cool. Yeah, Jimmy's Night for Day on this. Wow. He can do good. I tell you what, the backing vocals on that is really good. Actually, he did that himself. He produced it himself because he wanted to have a chance of doing a producer's thing without being sacked from what dealer. We dealer got sacked. We didn't like you anymore. No, but honestly, yeah. But that one, I only got it because Roger and David did it. And Dave Richards, obviously, we missed that guy. And next we have... Oh, I don't know why I got this one. Oh, I got this one. Oh, Mark gave me this one. I think I did. No, I paid for this one. I did. This is the yeah, Back Chat. I don't know why people say this is probably one of their most funkiest songs ever written. But when a friend of mine in Germany recorded this song with his wife, well, actually, listening to versions I've heard a great remix actually done by Poetrug, fantastic. And I actually have to say that Back Chat is probably not a bad song because John wrote it anyway. This is actually the remix version of Back Chat. This is also issued on the remasters in 2011, and I have to say this is actually not bad. This is EMI 5325, and this is done by Nick W. Yes. So you got also Staying Power as well. Which Staying Power I couldn't give a crap with Staying Power. I don't like Staying Power because Staying Power can just go to a funeral. It sucks ass anyway. Now it's the same with this next one's well actually the A-side's brilliant, in good condition. Killer Queen. This is the 3rd edition. This is the one that Queen do not own. Queen does not own it. See, Queen does not own this. They do not own. They didn't at the time own this version. So both versions actually are owned by Roy Thomas Baker, because Roy Thomas Baker did this one. And that is, and it's a shame because what happened was when this did not happen. It's actually, this is when I bought it. Got a mark on there, and I tried so many times to get rid of it, and unfortunately it does affect the playing ability of it, but you could get away with it in Audacity if you actually edit a bit better. And that's EMI 2229. That was actually brand new when I bought it as well. And the next one we have is Guns N' Roses for the tribute album of A Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is not complete. No, it's edited to fuck. Apparently, it has got the part with the ending on it. Unfortunately, on this bastard edit, they haven't got Only Women Bleed in it because apparently the grooves were so like big they had to put this on, and obviously they didn't have that, and then put the album version of it on. Obviously, now EMI, because Geffen didn't pay this. EMI paid for this. The only reason that they've done EMI's done is they put Geffen's put a trademark on it, but because what they did on this is they paid David Geffen paid for this to be out in the States, but in the UK it raised a lot of money for this record. That's why Kevin Metcalf did a great job of this release, and it was brilliant. So on GFS 21, but the original catalog number on this is GFS 21 U01-010101 Q3 and Q3 on this one as well. So there's no actual release on that for some reason. So yeah. So the Knocking on Heaven's Door live version from the tribute concert. Brilliant. Any more questions, guys? Keep them coming in tonight. I'm not doing all this, by the way, all night. I'm just doing a few more because I've only got a few more to show you, and that's it. Next one we have is It's a Hard Life. This is Queen number 3. This is I think this is the Penthouse one. Yeah, Penthouse again. The sound quality on this one is identical to the version on the Works album. Sound quality is great on this one. This is the world we created. It's this normal standard album version of it, and it's really fucking good. Queen 3. Original catalog number is Queen 3B21-1-2-2. The next one we have another Queen one, not owned by Queen. This was never owned by them. Now I'm Here. Another one says not owned by Queen. Trident owned it at the time. Queen didn't. And then Lily of the Valley is the standard version, not the album version, standard version. And a hell of a good version of that is as well. Queen number is 2256. And then we've got some odd ones here. Odd ones I got from the affair. I've got Barry Maguire and Eva Destruction. This version is different. If you ever heard this song before, this version's different to the standard album version because the single version's more. The vocals on it are different on it, but it's a good song. I like it. And then the Beatles. Gotta get some Beatles. And this is the original release of Day Tripper, and we can work it out. That's cool. Apparently, it was supposed to have help in this, and the B-side was "I'm Down." I don't think I do think I have got "I'm Down." I've got it on the past Masters albums because they were like single releases at the time, but I love them. So that's all the Queen singles. So I've shown you all the Trump singles. I've shown you also the albums, and I'm not going to go through all the miscellaneous stuff because it's too long to put in the video, obviously, which is cool. Gary's here, by the way. Hello, Gary. My dog is just having a wash. Can you see her? She is. Yeah, Devon's just having a wash there. Yeah, yeah, the dog was meant to be going back down to London, but because of things happening and changes were happening, we had to keep her here. And to be very honest with you, she has been a smashing dog. She's been a smashing dog for a couple of weeks. She's been nothing but a nice pet, and yeah, she's all right. She's good. I'll tell you what else has been happening as well. If you've got any questions, guys, get them in, guys. I'll answer as many as I can. I'll be here till about probably 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. While you're getting your questions sorted out, yeah, a few things I want to talk about. Actually, guys, if you joined us tonight, yeah, I had to make an apology down to one person tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't know, but obviously, if you read the comments and stuff, yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Obviously, just saying about the fact that I didn't know that she was genuine, and she wasn't actually after my account. She wasn't. She was actually after. She was after a downloader. So all she wanted was a downloader, just to download it. But no, that's true, no. But obviously, yes, you can. As I say, if you know how to download videos, guys, you know, it's fine. But I'd rather people do not actually stream any of my material, because I'll lose I'll basically what I'll do is I'll lose my AdSense, and that's supposed to really keep my monitoring videos pretty well. So just bear in mind, guys, that it's this is a business. It's not personal use. I was just saying before about Angry Penguin, and I know I really enjoy that series so well. I mean, Angry Penguin's brilliant. I mean, I love doing it. I liked it when I did the videos of that one, and I was thinking about this the other day to do a new video. Not related to Queen, but like, I want to do daft ones, I want to do funny ones, and I want to do like parody videos. And one of the videos I did mention to you guys last year was the Rock and Roller Disco album, and I so want to do that one. But getting to film it is a bastard to sort out. Because I was going to film it originally with just my normal camera, and then we were going to film. We were going to basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have. I know a few people who can roller disco, who can actually do roller skates and stuff. I mean, brilliant. And there was two girls I was interested in hiring, and they're so interested to do it. But I mean, but she's had a baby already, and she's looking after the baby too much, and trying to get hold of it's hard. So so I had an idea that I do want to go and do that video again, and I'm going to try and hopefully get in touch with some people. I think I know the best place to do it would be in Washington Reed, because I know the people there very well, and I think we can get the room hired for the day, or just like for a few hours or something, to do rehearsals or whatever else, and then we can vlog it for you guys, and you can see the video team behind the scenes and everything, and outtakes and stuff, and I was originally going to use the music from the 80s show, which I still have, and that was going to work very well for the parody of the Rock and Roll Disco we're going to do. Because what it is, Rock and Roll Disco is one of them albums where it's a terrible album. The title's terrible, but you've got some good tracks in it. But the title is awful, and they've got nothing to do with Rock and Roll Disco. I mean, you've got songs like Reggae for It Now and Oh What a Life, which starts the album off brilliantly, and after that it goes down, and after that you've got like Sex Pistols on there, and you've got Racy and Lay Love on Me, and you know, rock and roll type music. It kind of doesn't work. But I need to get another copy of it because I haven't got a copy of it anymore, and I destroyed the original I had because my original copy of it was terrible. But I have seen it. I have seen it getting kicking around in some record bargain bins and things. And I say, if I get a crappy copy of it, I don't mind. I mean, that's all right for me. But I would just love to do that video. And but it's just getting sorted out with it. And at the moment, as I said, I can't really go out for longer times because I've got the animal here to look after, and you know, being last night, I was out last night, obviously. So I mean, that's all right. But I can have, if there's anybody out there who's watching this video and are interested in doing rock and roller, like roller skates, if you can roller skate and dance very good and everything else, we were actually looking for 5 people to do it, but I don't know if it's going to be possible now. But I'd love to do it still. So that's still on the back burner. So I'm going to try and see if I can get it done. As I do want to do it, but it was just going to be trying to get the time to do it, obviously. And I think it would have worked out fantastic for a video. But it means I'll have to hire somebody to film it on my phone to do it at the place and to get all the lights working. Because I have got some disco lights. Actually, my mate Steve's got some disco lights. We could probably borrow them anyway for that, or whatever. We can use them from it. Obviously, buy some cheap ones from the pound shop and just use them around things. So you never know. Anyway, yeah. Also, I just want to mention also, if you guys are subscribed to my other channel, which is Passion Records Remembered, there's 3 videos up there now. You can probably see some videos were taken from the Queensville page. Some videos were edited. Good. Not much is really on that page at the minute, but I'm going to try and upload some more content to it and get some sorted out for that page soon. And we're trying, we as a group on that page are trying to sort of fund out where we can have a tip jar, say £1 each, because we really want this record. We want this Born to Dance record so badly. And the Astaire one, as I said, it's costing a lot of money to buy it. So we're going to try and put a fund together. I'm going to try and do that on the next live stream, and when I do it anyway from it, which is even cool. I've been live for 52 minutes. Yeah. So this is just general chat tonight, guys. Anything you want to talk about? Not WWE, please. No, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear something about what's going on in the world of gaming and Queen Productions and everything else. The question that I think he said was John Dickens, who subscribed to the channel a few weeks back, said, "What do you think will be the official releases from Queen Online?" As I said before, this has got to come out on fucking DVD or Blu-ray, and Brian May's Brixton Academy should be out on DVD. It better be out because it's been a bastard sort of that frigging DVD. And I think you're talking about other stuff coming out. Well, like I say, the DeAgostini thing was a thing, and I have actually checked the prices on Discogs, and they are actually releasing the rest of them. In fact, I can tell you right now, if you go to Discogs.com, I'll put a link in here anyway if you guys want to know about it. Go to DeAgostini, and if you go there and you see the Queen collection, because it is on here, go back to the recent one. Yeah, Kind of Magic is the first one to be released. Yeah, the Queen Vinyl Collection Volume 1. They've released A Kind of Magic and Night at the Opera, and you are allowed to buy on here. And the new version of it on DeAgostini is well impressive for it as well, which is really, really good. So you guys need to get it. It's brilliant. And I mean, it is pretty pricey on Discogs to buy. I mean, it is like for A Night at the Opera. A Night at the Opera, it's £44. What? Fucking insane. And then for a kind of magic, it's going for 1763. So how the hell? So someone's taking the piss here. So how comes that someone's selling a Night at the Opera for £44.30? And no, Jesus Christ! It's apparently someone in Italy is selling it for €99, 87 quid. Well, why? Why? Is it because you want to get commission for it? So basically, someone is taking the piss out of this. Yeah, but it is actually. But I mean, don't get me wrong. The D'Agostini stuff, the Italian releases of the Queen collections, amazing. But they've only released two, so Night at the Opera and The Kind of Magic. That's all they've released at the minute. I don't know what the next releases are going to be, but apparently it's been in collaboration with La Gazzetta dello Sport and Corriere della Sera, with D'Agostini being the main leaders of this thing. So I have to say that it is well worth buying that, actually. But if you are interested in getting it, get it, because it's well worth picking it up for a good price, I suppose. So get it if you can. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, welcome to a general chat tonight. General chat. So yeah, I'm just making sure I've got my audio on, obviously. So keep questions coming in, guys. I'll be here for another hour, and if this actually takes off pretty good, we will actually keep it going as a general thing from it. We'll say, okay. Like Gary's saying to me, what do you think of Queen's Monopoly game? Have you seen it or know it? Yeah, I have heard of this. Queen Monopoly. It's one of the most bizarre releases ever done, actually, from Milton Bradley. Where was it released? Anyway, Parker Brothers. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Games, right? Games are great. I don't understand Monopoly. Does anybody else in this whole world play Monopoly? Because I don't. I don't know what. I haven't got a clue what Monopoly is. I mean, I've never played it in my life. But what? I don't understand it. Why bring out a? I mean, all right, okay. I mean, we've been talking about this before. I mean, this thing should come out. Why bring it out in a? Why bring up Why quit Monopoly for? You're not winning anything. All you're doing is you're playing a game. It's just like Brian. Yeah, they'll say, Brian, come here, mate. What do you want to do with your Queen stuff? And he'll say, oh, I know what we're going to do. Yeah, let's make a Monopoly game. I say, great idea. Let's start doing it. And they'll start planning it all out. And then Gary Taylor comes in and says, hey, guys, I'm here to edit your fucking arse. Yeah, I wish. Queen Monopoly. Queen Monopoly. Gary Taylor. Yeah, Queen Monopoly. It's one of the most ridiculous ideas I've ever done. But I mean, hey, if Brian wants to splash out all this money that he owns now, and he's done the Google 3D thing, and he's done the Bohemian Rhapsody Google 3D video, which I will talk about actually in a minute. Oh, I need to also talk about motion devices as well, because that's something else I want to put up as well. But yeah, Monopoly. For me, it's just bizarre. If you are a fan of Monopoly, understand the game first. I have to say something. I'll be very positive, right? It all looks fantastic. The board is brilliant, but the game itself is a bit difficult to play. So I don't know if you're a fan of Monopoly in the game, then it's for you. But for me, yes, but I wouldn't play it. But I don't understand it. But maybe. Yeah. I actually, that's another thing I actually love doing as well, is take the piss out of Gary Taylor, because Edit man. Yes, I'm accident prone. And no one understands me. I'm on my own. I love that song. Nobody loves me. I'm just a... Was it? Nobody loves me. I'm just a VTR dropout. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think that actually that was the best video I ever did. Was the was putting in that clip from the video, the clip from the video from the Gary Taylor's life thing, whatever it is, thing. Tell you what, those fucking good, those good stuff. Right, questions. Mikkel. Oh, Mikkel. Haven't heard from Mikkel for ages. Where the hell has he been? Jesus Christ. Did you hear about the new Jeff Scott solo? Did you hear about the new Jeff Scott solo album? Yes, I have it actually, and I love it, and it's brilliant. And I tell you what, right? I love the song called Autumn on it. Fucking awesome. But it's not a Jeff Scott solo album. People are getting confused with it. It's actually a Howie Simon album. It is. I know what they've done. I know what they've done on the album. All they've done is, and I'll explain something here. On the album, it is credited as a JSS Retribution. But what I was meant to say was Jeff Scott solo with Howie Simon, because it's a Howie Simon solo album. But what they decided to do on the album is they've credited it as Jeff Scott solo because they wanted him to come back to Frontiers Records and then record the album. So it is actually very ingenious. It's excellent. When we release a new album this month? Yes, it's out on Monday, and it sounds fucking brilliant. I've got all 3 albums. I've got Live in Sweden. I've got the Rise Up album, and then I've got the first album that came out. But I do like Japanese releases of Victorious and the other one. But yes, new album comes out next week, and it sounds incredible. Get it, brilliant. Because I heard a few tracks. I watched the EPK of it, which I never watched, but it was very ingenious how he said that they want to come back and make another album. It sounds fucking good, so I do recommend to get it. Yes, I will be getting it. Thank you very much for that question, by the way. Yes. Yeah, you guys, if you've got no questions, do tap me in the chat box. I'm happy to give you about an hour worth. Yeah, another hours. Yeah, let's go for another hour and let you guys get your questions in while I'm looking at this anyway. I'm just wondering what's going on. It's alright, baby. It's nothing there. I don't even get outside because you don't like them. Yeah, it is hammering with rain outside actually. It's awful out there. It is terrible. Speaking of new music, by the way, I have heard. By the way, that question you gave me, Mikkel, or Michael, or Zewat. Did you know that Jeff also recorded an album called Sons of Apollo in Psychotic Symphony? I tell you what, right? Tell you what. Listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to the song. Listen to the song called Alive. Get on YouTube. Listen to the whole lot of that album. It is phenomenal. If you like Dream Theater, listen to it. It's fucking good. It's one of the best albums I've ever done actually from that. That's 2 albums he brought out. 3 albums he brought out actually. Sons of Apollo, Psychotic Symphony. Listen to it. Fucking ingenious album. In fact, I'm going to request another song from that on Thursday when I'm out. Gary says, you buy what? You buy stuff for Dosh. Make money until you go bankrupt. Or keep on building, I think. is that to do with the what is it? The Monopoly game. I said before, if you like Monopoly, play it, but I don't understand it. It's like you gotta try and because I don't understand what he was doing. I mean, obviously he was saying about you had to build so much up, and then you had to do some other things down, and it rolls around like a spinning wheel all the time. So I don't know. It kind of is a bit of a bizarre thing, really, for it. You know, kind of is weird. But yeah, so that happens anyway. Yeah, but as I say, Monopoly game, a bit bizarre, the release of it anyway. So I'm here for another hour, guys. If you've got any questions, keep them coming in. It's a general chat tonight. Anything to do with Queen, Led Zeppelin, 80s music, Rock Show Live. Yeah, Rock Show Live's coming back. Yes, the show is coming back. It's back this weekend, actually. I'm going to try and do a few streams this weekend on Ustream. Back on Ustream now. I'm going to try and bring that show back, but it won't be on camera. It'll just be basically on audio this time. Main radio show happening on Ustream. I've got to try and get that out. Actually, I've got to get it promoted to a couple of people this week, so hopefully when I get sorted out, I'll get that. But the show will be back. I'm going to try and do a weekend show. Probably do some new music on it. But we'll see. I'm going the next stream, by the way, next live stream. I'm enjoying these chats actually. Next live stream is the 3rd of March. 3rd of March, which was March. 3rd of April is the next live stream going to be here. For the main general chat, probably might start doing these every Friday or something. But we'll keep you updated anyway on that soon. Let's talk about recent albums I've just got. Yes, recent albums for 2018. First one we have is Augustin Nielsen's Ammunition, the new album that came out. Fucking great. If you like Eclipse, and if you like Eclipse and you like sort of like good old AOR music, listen to Ammunition. Brilliant album, actually, new one, awesome. New one came out from Black Label Society, Grimmest Hits. It's not a compilation album. It's basically a new album. They're recording new material. Released on a new label called E1. Corrosion of Conformity's got a new album out. No Cross, No Crown. One of the best albums of the year, I think, is going to be really high. It's the new Judas Priest album, Firepower. I've heard a few tracks from the album actually, and it goes right back to the roots of the early albums with Tom Alon producing it. Excellent, actually. So well worth hearing that version. Listen to Lightning Strike and Firepower. Those two tracks are fucking brilliant. The rest of the album's brilliant as well. It's cool. I do actually like their Retribution album. It's bloody good. Holland Band, Leaves Eyes. They put a new one out. Sign of the Dragon's Head. I haven't heard this album all the way through yet, so I haven't played it all the way through yet. It's just what they're starting to do concept albums though every time. But then again, haven't heard it yet, so I don't know. Machine Head and Catharis. Heard the title track. Sounds fucking good. Portal's new album. Ion. Haven't heard any of this yet. Shining. I haven't heard this album yet. This is number 10. Summoning. With Doom We Come. I haven't heard that album either. Terror Universal. Really recommend that band, actually, really good. Wartain's new album. Trident Warfare. Trident Wolf Eclipse. Sacred Damnation is really good. And Yardle's new album, Loss, which is only a 3-track album. It's only a 3-track album. And then I got a few albums from Chris. I got a few albums from, which I don't have them anymore, but got a few albums from Chris, who gave me them a few weeks ago. Got Doom. I've got a new album from Domain, I think it is. Domain. And I also got a couple of albums from, well, I got like six albums from Chris anyway. I mean, he had more, but I didn't have time to rip them all because it was going to take a whole night to do it. But yeah, but good albums indeed. Good albums. Really cool. Speaking about Jeff Scott Soto, he, oh god, he was going crazy on his Facebook page about saying that Sons of Apollo were going to tour the UK and everything and stuff. I mean, I do actually like that Sons of Apollo album. I mean, I know why it was done, because the original drummer, didn't get any work for over about a few years, and he was out of work for a while, and then he's got an offer from Sony Music to form a new band in the same style as Dream Theater, but they wanted to make it more like with a better vocalist and try it out and stuff, and it worked out great. And then I mean it was very clever. It was very clever how he did it, actually. But actually, I listened to Dream Theater. I listened to them a lot because I listened to DGM, and if you listen to DGM, the band, wow, they are a hell of a band to listen to. They are really fucking good. The Momentum album that I've just recently got, that's like it's an old album to listen to, but with some great tracks in it, which is just outstanding. I mean, they're so fast. It's a fast album. But I listened to them for a couple of weeks, and I really do love their music so much. And their next project is going to be really big. So, because they just signed to Frontiers Records just this year, actually, and last year it was. And they released a live album, which was really good. And oh, they're so fast. The best track I like of theirs is a song called Trapped in a Movie, and it is outstanding. Outstanding stuff. So DGM, I do recommend that band from Italy. Really, really good stuff. And I like stuff like I like Machine Head. A new one that's coming out. Issa's new album is released also next week. I think it was released probably a week. No, it's in a week after. It's a week after Jeff's new album's released. Her album comes out. Her album, actually, the new song she's brought out is well impressive. It's better actually than the Crossfire album. I'll put it that way. Crossfire was very commercialized, but very. She's gone back to the rock roots again, which is really good at it. So awesome stuff. The videos are good as well. So her new album comes out in the next couple of weeks. I've also heard a couple of new bands. There's a new band who's just also been signed to Frontiers, and they're called Dirty Thrills, and they got a good song called Lawman, and it sounds very Led Zeppelin, and the lead singer sounds like Robert Plant. A fucking brilliant song it is, and there's a new band I also heard called Scarved. Now I never knew about the band, but they're from Belgium, very unusual, and they just brought a song out, which is really brilliant. And actually, I think it's based on the song, because some of the riffs of it's actually some of the riff of Scarved's new song sounds identical to the melody of "Holding My Heart," "Wholehearted" by Extreme. I don't like Extreme, but their music's a bit weird, but I'm not a fan of Extreme. Like the first album, but the rest of the albums, no. But I know everybody says that the best song ever written was that song that what was it? More Than Words. Yeah, it's all right. They just sound like, it sounds like Simon Garfunkel kind of music, just like that song as well. But Extreme, I can't get into Extreme. They can't. I don't like them. They're not for me. Although I do have to say, I do respect them being on the tribute concert. But because Porno Graffiti, that album they brought out with that bloody song they brought out, which I can't stand, which is that Get the Funk Out, which is fucking shit anyway. And I remember a few years ago, before I switched off from Planet Rock Radio, they keep playing that song every fucking hour, and I couldn't stand it. It was so crap. It was just like funky type. You know, that's not rock music. That's fucking funk music. Get a life. But no, I don't like extreme. They're not for me. I mean, I also, I mean, don't get me wrong, because I love my metal music so much, but I love classical music as well. I've got this obsession of when I listen to something with strings in it, it's beautiful. I mean, I've been a massive fan of the film Amadeus. I mean, if you've never seen the film Amadeus, you should watch it. I mean, download it, watch it, because it's an amazing film to watch. I mean, the music in it is absolutely phenomenal. The music is great. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful music to listen to. It's heavy, but it's really amazing. I mean, even the first track, it comes and goes, yeah, it's just phenomenal. And I think this classical music is really fucking nice. It's good. You listen to a lot of metal albums. I mean, when DJM did that song, there's a song on one of the albums he did on the oh, I've got my phone. If I find out when I play it, just a minute. DJM did a song on their album, that Momentum album. It's on Frame, and it's called Away. And the strings on that is beautiful. Well, when you listen to a lot of metal stuff, you also want to kind of go into the classical music side of things. And I remember listening to when David Bowie released that Peter and the Wolf album, which was very commercialized so much that that was a really good turning point. Just to really love it so much. So I mean, the youngsters. I mean, I had this massive gripe before, and I will have to say so much that I absolutely hate chart music. I can't fucking stand it. It is boring. It is bland. It's like shit. It makes you tired. It gives you a fucking headache. That's not for me, that. No. So when you listen to classical music, I always love the Amadeus soundtrack because it's so bloody nice. I mean, listen to Son of Amaria did the whole album, and you listen to the second disc, and it's the 11-minute track. Oh, actually, it might be this one. 13. No, it's not that one. It's on the soundtrack anyway. It's 11 minutes long. 12 minutes long it is. No, it's not. No, not that one. Hold on. I won't play it on here because I'll get copyright strike for it. Yeah, a track on here, track number 3, called Piano Concerto number 22 in E major. Wow, the sound on that is the sound on that song. If you're watching this stream right now, I urge you to download Amadeus the movie, the original director's cut version of it, and watch it because it is just incredible. And I'll tell you what, right? If you like the music in Amadeus, download the soundtrack, listen to the soundtrack first, then move on to a Clockwork Orange soundtrack, and then it will absolutely change you into metal music. It will. It will. Who we got now? We've got a person here called Xerox Asveos. It's a very unusual name. Xerox Asveos. Sounds very French, doesn't it? Just hello. If you've got any questions, keep them coming in. I'm only here for another, how long now? 40 minutes. So you got any questions on Queen? Anything you want to know about music side? Just been talking about Amadeus, the soundtrack. If you, as I say, guys, if you ever want to hear something really genius, listen to the Amadeus soundtrack. I'm telling you, and you'll go, my God, cool. Even when you get down to the dark stuff on it on the soundtrack. When you get to track number, just give me a second. No, that's one. When you get to track number 15, which is the Requiem in D minor, that is fucking very strong. I'm telling you, if you like Amadeus, the movie, soundtrack, recommended, brilliant. So listen to it. But I don't know why BBC. That's another thing as well, actually, because this is something else going on the classical music theme and stuff. I keep listening. I don't know why. I always want to listen to Radio 3, BBC Radio 3. Well, BBC Radio 3's changed now. They used to put like loads of classical music on every morning. But for now, for some reason, it's all programs. It's all boring hour-long programs. It's like, well, where's all the, you know? So anyway, so I tried Classic FM, and Classic FM's got nothing on. So yeah. Oh, the other thing I don't like in music, in classical music, I don't actually really think this is classical music, because it kind of isn't. Is when you've got certain. Well, I'm not going to talk about like artists I hate, right? But there was a female quartet that came out. If you had heard of them, called Bond, I think they're called. They're like a 4-piece orchestra. I don't recommend them. They just take the piss out of classical music, because all they do is they just make a mess of it, and it's not really classical music, to be honest. And the reason that I've got into classical music was listening to who the hell's that band? Apocalyptica, because they had all the great strings in it. That's how I got into. That is how I got into the Amadeus soundtrack. And then when I got from the Amadeus soundtrack, moved on to that, and then, my God. I mean, the film is brilliant. The film is really, really good. So I recommend that. I recommend that film, actually. So I recommend Amadeus. Good film indeed. Anybody got any questions before I leave? Because if we don't get any more questions in the next few minutes, I'm going to go, because I need to. Me and my doggy are going to have to go to bed. Not yet. No. Yeah, she's been sleeping all day. She's dreaming of running with animals and cats and stuff. So yeah. Gary said, yes, I have heard of Bond, and they're too boring. Well, they are. Well, they do. They take the piss out. They take the piss out of fucking classical music. I mean, I don't recall having a band called Bond who kind of, they bond together as a group, but what they do is they just take the piss out of other artists. That's not fucking music. That's just being really, really bad at. That's kind of just saying, well, we're here to just play music. We are quartet. We're not trained, but we want to make something. What? A mess. No. I mean, when they did that, oh, what the hell was it called? They did that, Vivaldi, I think it is, one that did anyway. Ruined it, totally. Ruined it. So that's why I don't like the UK music scene, because the UK music scene can go to hell. Because I really hate the UK music scene can just go away, because that is not music. It isn't. It's nothing. It's just bland as hell. Why do you want people talking about life and boyfriends and drugs and killing people and having an affair and singing about birds and singing singing about animals in the wild, and even people singing about "Be My Friend" and "I Love You So Much," and it is sick. It is just so fucking horrendous. I mean, come on. I mean, God. Right. All right. Take it from me. Right. I'll take it from my personal point of view. Right. This is how I understand music so well. Now, if you listen to, let's see, if you listen to a song by, right, here's Eclipse, right? You listen to Eclipse, right? Eclipse, right? They brought an album out called, actually, I just heard it today, actually, and it was Armageddon Eyes, which is the album they brought out like 2 years ago. Now, on that album, that is perfect. Runaway is brilliant. That's a band you can listen to, right? One Night My Life, brilliant. All Die Young, fucking good riffs on it. Then yesterday I had on Jessica Soto. I had Talisman on as well. It moves you so much that the lyrics are great because Jeff and Marcel made a sound that was just incredible, and I can totally understand the lyrics of metal songs because you listen to the song called "The End." No, Monster at the End by Anthrax. That's just makes you move and go, monster at the end. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it's kind of making you feel it's powerful to listen to. And that's why I love metal, because it's just so moves you so much. It really wakes you up. And so when I listened to the Monumental album that was done by the Eclipse Boys, well, wow, that fucking album's brilliant. I mean, Jaded is probably one of their best songs ever written. I mean, co-written with his mate. And Aaron Martinson is just so brilliant. I mean, Aaron Martinson could be the next top #1 guy magically do something. Because every time he does a project, he fucking does it so good. I mean, he just produced the Ammunition album. And then he did the Eclipse album, the new Eclipse album coming out this year, by the way. And Aaron Martinson's just a genius writer. He's bloody fantastic. Even when he did that Nordic Union album, that was an unexpected thing, but that was wow. But that is what I call a band. I don't call anybody. See, why would you see? What I don't understand is, right, why do you have to have an artist singing about? Why would you want to write about someone texting somebody on a phone, and then you're thinking, well, I'm singing about my phone. I mean, that was that song. Well, whatever came out anyway, I don't care. I don't shit stuff. And then I just got sick of all of it. It was just like, it's just funny. It's funny. It's hilarious, but it's not saying, it doesn't give a point to it. I mean, if you're fans of, I mean, right, let's think of something here. Let's think of something. What was that thing I heard the other week? Bear in mind, I don't listen to the new stuff, by the way, and I do have to say, I truly do not listen to that shit. I listened to I can't wait. I listened to now last night. It was an 80s song I put. Yeah, 80s song I put in yesterday. Ken Laszlo, and tonight. That song had a meaning to the song, and that was all about dancing and having a good time, and it was just, and that was brilliant. So why? And even like the Beatles songs. I mean, like, you listen to songs like "Ticket to Ride" and tells a story about somebody who's leaving and who's and a girl who's left. You know, and that's great songs. So why would you want to listen to a song about somebody? It is hilarious because I mean, I have literally heard it this yesterday, and I heard it about somebody. It's ridiculous. Somebody writing about a phone who I love you so much. I will text you back, and I want to, let's see what happens with a magical moment together. Fuck off. That's just like boredom. So yeah. So So if you are wondering, no, I don't listen to the new stuff because I'm not a fan of it and I fucking hate it. I listen to my music, I listen to rock and roll music and rock music and metal. That's all I've ever fucking loved. And I also love my 80s as well, which I have to say is my Passion Records music and stuff, and all my vinyls in there. 80s stuff is brilliant. But I will never ever listen to any new stuff. It's just so cool. Oh yeah, another thing also is cover songs. A lot of the AOR artists are apparently doing cover songs, and one best cover song I ever heard was Edge of Forever and What a Feeling, and that was fucking great. Never knew it was actually on the album. I never knew it was actually the George Moroder song. I thought it was going to be, but they weren't allowed to use a flash dance on it. They had to use the thing on it. But bloody good song that. But I love it when they do cover songs in rock versions. I think they're fucking brilliant. They are really, really good. Even the best song from Edge of Forever, still to this day, is the song Dancing to the Fire, which is just like listening to Glenn Hughes, but fuck me. One of the best songs ever written, that. Everything's good. All the music I have is so cool. It's just so good. And having a bit of Motown, which you have to have anyway. And then you have a bit of Ed Guy to ethereal music, which is Enya, which in my opinion, I wasn't a fan of it at first, but actually listening to her music. Wow. Sends children down his spine when you hear it, especially the song "The Celts," which makes me cry a lot. That song, does it? Just the way that it was done. Oh, just amazing. So Enya is really amazing. She is so cool. I mean, "The Celts" is a great song. It really is a good song. If you've ever heard the song "The Celts," it was originally released on her first album, but then it was re-released as "The Celts" on later versions. But beautiful music, and I like the song "Caribbean Blue." I'm not a fan of Orinoco Flow. That's the only one I don't like. It's Orinoco Flow because I think it takes the piss out of the Wombles. I think it does. But Caribbean Blue is very, very nice. Yeah, but she's got a great voice as well. Good, nice Irish voice and beautiful. Man, I was watching The Walking Dead. Oh, The Walking Dead. Oh my God, you're another one who watches The Walking Dead. Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? I don't watch TV a lot. I don't watch TV a lot. I actually just watch YouTube because I get on me things. All I watch on YouTube is My Virgin Kitchen, Barry Lewis's vlog channel, which is hilarious every day, and then I watch Noah's House Party because Andy Hillman is starting to re-upload them again. He's allowed to upload them now, actually, which is brilliant. I'm waiting for the 4th season coming out of that one, and Fuller House, which I still am a fan of it. And if you've recently seen the video I posted about the sacking thing, yeah, it did happen. And that's all I watch really. Oh, and I do watch the Kitchen Nightmares as well when I'm bored. But I did watch a lot of 007 films. I did watch up to A View to a Kill, but I didn't watch Living Daylights, and I kind of do want to watch that one because I know Timothy Dalton was a good Bond, because he did License to Kill and the Living Daylights, which in my opinion I think they're all worth watching. But after that, the Daniel Craig ones, I really don't like them because they he got a lot of stick from everybody saying that it was one of the worst ideas that Barbara Broccoli did to hire Daniel Craig being the next Bond. No, it should have stayed with, because I think that I mean Pierce Brosnan, he was all right. He was an all right Bond, and he did a good job. But I didn't like the Daniel Craig. I mean, now I've never ever seen Skyfall. I've never seen Casino Royale, and I've never seen the Quantum of Solace one. So I'm not bothered about them at all, because from my point of view, that's just somebody coming in and not being the best. And in fact, they got nothing to do with the Ian Fleming novels. So there. But yesterday I watched Dr. No, and I thought that one was, and I think the first one was the best one, but a lot, because the other ones, I mean, the boring one I watched was Octopussy. Octopussy's shit. It's just one of the most boring films, and I think it's one of the worst films that I've ever seen, because about halfway through it I got bored watching it, because all it was about was it was all about just a woman who was obsessive about her tattoo and a Fabergé egg. And I went, well, this isn't got any plot to it. It felt like a love story better than but I was like, get rid of it. When you get the best one I like though, the best 80s one I ever loved was View to a Kill. I love View to a Kill. Brilliant soundtrack, brilliant songs, awesome film. And one of the most expensive films ever made as well in the 80s. The guy who says, Elton John announced his farewell tour, Farewell to Yellow Brick Road. It's been going global for 3 years and the world over. Yeah, Elton John. Right, here's another thing, actually, I will actually talk about Elton John, right? One of the, he's actually one of the best singers in the UK. And I know Chris is going to fucking kill me for this, but I don't like, I'll put it this way, right? The recent compilation came out, Diamonds, has been a success. I mean, that was 50 years of writing partnership with Bernie Taupman. And I actually think that is actually one of the best compilations that ever brought out. I don't like any of his recent stuff, but I like the older stuff, because the older stuff's great. But I don't like the recent stuff. I don't like that song he did, which was the ones that he wrote, and he was asked. Well, he wasn't asked. Apparently, he wanted to record them. He just wrote them in his house, and then he just invited his friend over, and he said, "Oh yeah, we'll just record them in a studio and do that." And he did that song with that video with what's his name? What's his name? Because he wasn't in the shoot, obviously, because he wasn't well to do it. But it was. I can't remember the song now. What's it called now? I Want Love. Is it called I Want Love? I think it is. Something like that. Anyway, because my mum had the CD on the other day, and I heard it, and I listened to it. I wasn't impressed with it at all. It was just like he's repeating. Can You Feel Love Tonight with that one? And that thing was a travesty. That song was shit. So that was such a boring song. That even Circle of Life, I couldn't stand that song so much. I mean, it was so boring. So I think his period up to 1990 was when I think he was better. Made in England was good, but they never included it on the Diamonds one, because he never wrote it with Bernie Taupman. But I do like his period from the 70s stuff to the 80s stuff, because I mean, alright, I totally agree with that song that he did. I Don't Want to Go On With You Like That, which was about his actual breakup with his wife. Which I thought was a very poignant song to write, but because I don't know why that song was in my brain for some reason, but I do like that song. But it's not a song I'd say, wow, it's great. But I said, fucking hell, he's talking about his wife, he's talking about his breakup, he's talking about his fight with John Reid, and also I think it was to do with Bernie Taupman, because them two had a row or something, I think, and I think that's why he had enough. Had enough of all that thing about his open gay thing and everything, you know, and I totally agree. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean, he did up to the period where he performed that song of Show Must Go On. I thought it was awful, but Bohemian Rhapsody, awful. But having the backup to do the concert though, that's what I will agree on. Apart from that duet, and that duet he did as well. What was that duet he did? True Love with Kiki D. That was unnecessary to do that. That was unnecessary. That was nothing. No, sorry. That was like, fuck off. It's like you just, what are you doing? You just you're bringing her back because Don't Worry About My Heart was re-released again, and was best of a song rewritten by Elton anyway, you know. But cool. Daniel Craig is pants. You know what? Daniel Craig is just awful. He's just a horrible actor. He's just a horrible actor. He's just a very bad actor. He just can't act in that movie. My man watched the film Casino Royale. The original with Peter Sellers was brilliant. It was funny as hell. But when they redid that one, my man watched it and says, "This hasn't got any fucking plot to it." And I says, "He can't even act. He's just so boring." This is. I said, "It's going in the bin." And she went in the bin a couple of days after that. And yeah, I also what I do like about the Bond. I wish they would bring out a Bond best of, because there used to be a CD called the themes of James Bond, but that CD's deleted now. It's hard to fucking buy. But they haven't even released one in years. So but I like some of the songs in it, because I like the theme, obviously, which is amazing. But I like the older songs. I like All Time High. I like the Moonmaker song, Thunderball. Tom Jones shouldn't have sang that one, really. He should have been somebody else, because he's trying to think he's the next. Yeah, he's thinking on it. It's terrible. Eon, get him out. 007 agreed. Shoot him. Yeah, find 007, please. Someone who can fucking act as well. Like I say, I like the songs in it, but I don't like the period up to when it goes from the Dalton stuff. I have to watch the Dalton stuff again. I have to watch it now. But I watched nearly all of the Bond films, and Diamonds Are Forever is my favourite one of all time, because it's the best film. It's the best one that Sean Connery ever made, and it's the most hilarious film, but also it's got a good point to it. But obviously funny as hell. But really, best acting in that one, and Dr. No, I like. From Russia with Love was a bit weird. I don't actually think I actually watched. Oh, because I had All Time High was in that one. But yeah, but yeah, as I said before, I mean, I totally love the Bond films, but earlier Bond films was like good. Moonmaker was really good. I really enjoyed Moonmaker. Was very, very good indeed. That was actually loud. The sound on that I was getting wrong from manager says, "Turn that sound down," and it was the sound in this room was earthquake. It was going. It was like. Shit, sounds up, I'm afraid. But I had it. But yeah, but no, I won't go for Daniel Craig. I don't like him. He's not a Bond. He's just a boring actor. He's so boring. No. But the other thing about the Bond films is when it goes from that period where you've got Living Daylights song, great. License to Kill, great. But I don't like when he did the other ones, when just unknown artists who haven't seen the fucking light of day for, who can't even sing the fucking songs, and they're terrible. Even when it started with Tomorrow Never Dies, I thought that was ruined so much. They could have got a better singer for it. Then they had that Die Another Day, and Madonna should never have done that song, because that was an awful cover as well. So why the hell David Arnold did a shit job of that terrible musician. And then The World's Not Enough, which is the most boring version I've ever heard in my fucking life. That was awful. The movie was shit. I mean, didn't we see that movie? That movie, The World's Not Enough. Lord of rubbish. That film was crap. Didn't make any sense. And then and that was it really. So no, I won't bother. But yeah, I do have to agree. Eon Productions, get him out, send him on his way, kill him, and get somebody else in. Yeah, but for the rest of the films, no. For the rest of the singers, get rid of them and redo them better. Get John Barry to come back in and do them, re-record the fuckers. You don't need to have somebody coming in and thinking you're going to write this for the Bond theme and you're going to write it. But when McCartney wrote that Live and Let Die, and then it was given to Ben. It was given to by Paul McCartney. They gave it to Guns N' Roses to record. for the covers album. And Devon's thinking, what am I doing now? Just having a wash. But yeah, I think it should be. Things on it. I'm just going to move my camera over here because Devon's doing something over there. I don't want you guys to see. But yeah, but from my point of view, the Bond stuff, good song, original songs are good. The only thing that never happened was that Elton John's never written the Bond song yet. How unusual is that? You've got McCartney doing it, but well, actually Paul Lynn and McCartney wrote the song, but very interesting. So yeah, so cool. Anyway, moving on from that, 15 minutes, and then we're going to end this stream because I think we need another 2 hours at least of this stream. But I'll come on tonight and talk just general chat tonight, as I said before, guys. I might do this again actually when we get a better, we'll probably get some more people in anyway. We've got people are leaving now anyway, but I might do this again. I might do this again actually because it's pretty good. Because I need to go somewhere because my dog needs to go for a you know what anyway. Not that. She's got to go somewhere. So anyway, but if you guys have got more questions, I will end this stream now, and I will see you guys back here in next month for another stream, and I'll let you guys know what's happening. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you very much for all the questions tonight. Thank you very much for everybody tuning in. Subscribe to me on the Facebook page, like Queensville, and if you guys have got any questions on Queensville or anything, let me know by the page. If you want to private message me, go to the discussion page and type in your question on the discussion page, and we will actually be revisiting the page again. And if you guys have got any more questions for next time, let me know what they're going to be, and then I'll answer them live here on Queensville. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye.